What's up, guys? OddMan105 here, and welcome back to episode 5 of Minecraft Scrubcore Let's Play. Yes, sir. So, in the previous episode, we went back to the abandoned mine shaft and came up with a whole bunch of goodies. Now, off camera, I went back and explored the mine shaft again, and check this out. I found a second minecart with a chest in it, and came back with a ton of rail. This time we've got more detector rails, we've got more activator rails, and that mine shaft is still largely unexplored, so at some point I'll be going back. More than likely not on camera, but definitely going back to get as much as we can. Now, this should be more than enough for me to build a tunnel from here, base camp, to the actual mine. I don't think that's something that I'm going to be able to get to in this episode, but as part of that process, what I'm going to do is work on the 3x3 mining and excavating tools that we're going to need to make that process a lot easier. So it's going to be Tinker's Construct today, so that we can make these more advanced tools, and then we'll probably start working on the tunnel. So with that being said, let's get started. But first, this guy showed up out of nowhere and decided he was going to park himself right into my sheep pen. I didn't do this. This guy just came in here, decided he wanted to make himself at home, just like his buddy over here sitting in my chicken pen, and I have no idea why these guys have such interest in the local fauna, but I digress. Now, you guys sound off in the comments down below what I should do about this, because I'm, again, new to this. I know that there's a traveling salesman here, but I don't want these llamas spitting in my face, so let me know what I should do with these guys. Sound off down in the comments about that. So what we're going to do today is continue with Tinker's Construct, and I have to make one more table, and I believe I'm going to be making, yep, a bronze, here we go, Tinker's Anvil, and this is the easiest one to make. So, but in order to get bronze, I'm going to have to smelt ores and make alloys for this, and the only way to smelt ores and make alloys is to get the base materials for the smeltery. But Tinker's Construct has changed a lot over the months, and it's easier, but at the same time a little bit more cumbersome. So we don't need to go immediately to a smeltery with this. Let me get out of this. But we still have to get the base materials, which will be sand, clay, and gravel, and to make grout, to make the base material. One more thing that I do have to make, I believe, is called a Tinker's Station. So guys, the extra station that I need to make is actually called the crafting station. It's just like the crafting table, but when you close the menu, it won't drop all of your items or return the items to your inventory. They'll stay in the table. So let's see, how do we make one of those? Okay, a pattern and a log. That's really easy. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's grab a pattern out of here. And we got plenty of logs, so there we go. Birch crafting station. And I should be able to plop this down right next to our chest. And let's see. Yep, they're all connected. And it makes the multi-block. Now, I'll also be able to put the anvil, because there is a Tinker's Anvil that can be added to this, and that will allow us to make the higher tier tools and weapons. I can sit that down next to this multi-block, and they'll all tab together. So that's going to be probably the next thing that we do. However, for the time being, I need to go get the base materials for this. So I have 2 shovels. I'm going to need that. Let me bring a door with me as well, because I'll be underwater. Let's bring a birch door. And let's drop off these eggs. My goodness. We'll definitely have enough starter eggs for the automatic chicken cooker when I make it. Okay. So guys, we're Cliffside, not too far from base camp. Excuse me. And check that out. That's a portal. That's a broken nether portal. I see a block of gold up there, potentially a chest right there. And this is real close to base camp. I didn't know this was here. That's a pretty awesome find. We'll have to explore that at some point, but for now, not to get distracted, we need this gravel. Let's grab as much of this as I can get. And we'll definitely make use of that flint as well. Let's at least get a stack of gravel. A stack of sand and a stack of clay. Okay, nice. Okay, so I see a little bit of clay over there in the distance. Let's go ahead and get set up. So, noob tip, you can place a door underwater to create a temporary air pocket. That way you don't drown, and that's what we're going to do here. Oh, okay. That's a decent sized pocket of it here. Alright, let's place our door. Step back. There we go. And bam. Okay, let's go ahead and dig this out. Okay, so after much trial and tribulation, we have over a stack of clay. That's good. Now, let's go get some sand, and we can call this trip a success. Give me back my door. And I'm not going to bother mining sand underwater. If I need more clay, I'll know where to find it. Let's just get out of here. Okay, let's grab a stack of this. And we might as well go ahead and exhaust the shovel. Alright, let's head back. I know that's not a stack, but I should have extra sand at the at base camp. Let's just head back. Oh, and that reminds me, one more thing. I installed another quality of life mod to the game. Vein Miner. Not Vein Miner, I'm sorry, Timber. So, it's activated by V as long as you're holding an axe in your hand. So, let's see here. There it is. Bam. And that just makes sense because if I chop down a tree here, the whole thing should come down. Okay, there should be no floating logs or floating trees in the world as far as I'm concerned. And especially since I'm going to need a lot more wood when I finally get around to building my log cabin near the mine. And there's a lot of dark oak over there, we're going to need Vein Miner. Not Vein Miner, but... well, actually, we need to get Vein Miner in here as well, but we definitely need the Timber mod. Alright. So, now we've got our base materials, now it's time to move to the next step. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to make are seared bricks, and to do that we need to make grout, so that's real easy. Now that we have at least one stack of everything that we need, so a stack of that, a stack of sand, and a stack of gravel gives us grout. Okay, so we've got 2 stacks of grout. Nice. So this has to be processed, and in the older versions of Tinker's Construct, whenever you made the grout, you got the second book, but apparently that book has to be crafted now. So let's just go ahead and see what we've got going here. Alright, so we'll cook up all the grout, and we'll get bricks, and when that's done, we'll be right back. And while that's cooking, what we're going to need for the base smelting and melting equipment are seared glass. We're going to need some of this. And we're going to need a Smelter Controller, which is a component of one of the base machines that we need to make. So the first thing we're going to want to make is a seared melter, which requires the seared glass or the seared fuel gauge, which is another piece that we have to make, and seared brick. So we're going to need that, and there's a furnace also that we have to make. There are a number of components that we need for this initial melter, if you will, that'll get us started on it. So once we get the requisite material, we'll get building with that. And we've got a book. 1 book, 1 grout. Yay! Alright, Smeltery Recruit. And this is the first tier for crafting any kind of smelting components. So let's take a look here. Okay, so this is the Puny Smelting book, which basically is the introductory guide to all things smelting. And I'm not going to go over all this. We'll do this as we progress through Tinker's Construct, but for the most part, this is what I want to make here. This is where we need to get to. And again, let's just scroll on over to, let's see here, casting. All right, so these are the components that we're going to need to be able to do basic casting for the next tier of weapons and tools. So we're going to need the melter, we're going to need a furnace of some sort, and a casting table and a casting basin with faucets on either side. Okay, now off camera I've already made these parts. Let's go over here and take a look. So again, this is the basic setup for basic smelting. And again, we've got all of our components here. It's got fuel, so we can use coal for this. We can also use lava buckets, but there's a far more efficient way to heat up our ores and what we want to melt. And we're actually going to make that right now. So let me see here. Okay, so what we want to make is the seared fuel tank. And let's go ahead and back out of here. Okay, what do we need to make this thing? All of these components, by the way, are going to be used in the main smeltery once we get it up and running, so none of this is going to go to waste. I should have everything I need in my inventory. Yep, let's grab one of those. Alright, and of course, all the blocks remain because this is a station. That's pretty cool. Alright. So as it sits, this is all ready to go. But what I want to do is go lava hunting so that we can get a little bit more of a permanent source of fuel for this thing. So, but while we're waiting, what I can do is throw some copper in here and get that started, because one of the main components for the smeltery is going to be the Smelter Controller, and to make that you need glass and copper. You need an alloy, basically, and we should have plenty of copper in here for that. Let's see, yep, we got over a stack right here. So let's take these 23 and let's melt those down. Because this is not a full-blown smeltery, ore doubling is not necessarily a thing, but ore doubling is not necessarily a thing, but you do get additional nuggets per ore placed. And this is limited because it only does 3 ores at a time. So we'll keep adding until this thing is full. And once it's ready for casting, or whatever the case may be, you know, we can just let it sit. But what I want to do is go do some quick caving to find some lava, fill up our lava tank, or our, tank, and bring that back. And that'll make a far more efficient heater for our meltery here. Okay, so guys, looks like I'm coming up on some kind of a cave, a lava cave in front of me. Doesn't look very big. I can hear it actually, so it's really close. This is why I installed that mod, so that I can see what's in front of me. Now, as you guys see, my pickaxe just broke, so all I need to do is place my station here, Tinker's Station, take the broken Tinker's pickaxe, and add the material, and that's it. I've got a fully repaired stone pickaxe, so I don't have to carry around 20 pickaxes to be able to do any kind of mining. Very convenient. Okay, let's keep going here because I'm really close. I can hear it. Yeah, I think we're about to break through right about... Yep, there it is. Nice. This is exactly what I wanted to see, and this is a nice lava source. Okay, let's see here. Open this up a little bit more so I can have some working room. And there's nothing else in here except lava. Let's not fall in. That would be pretty embarrassing. Alright. Okay, let's fill this thing up. Okay, it's full, and I guess I'll bring a lava bucket back with me. And when you break this, it retains its source. So, okay, let's go. Piece of cake. Now we have a limited lava source there. I'll see you guys back at base camp. What do I need to make a smeltery controller? There we go, controller. Okay, so it's a seared heater with molten copper. Now, is that all that I need? Yeah, that's all I need is molten copper. All right. Amethyst copper. I thought I needed an alloy for this. Very interesting. Okay. So all I need is 4 ingots of copper. That's easy. All right, let's make another. I'll leave this here. Okay, let's make another heater. And again, if we need more grout, we'll just go get some. Let's get this out of my inventory for the time being. All right, so we have plenty of copper, as you can see. And like I said, the cool thing about Tinker's Construct is that it gives copper a use in the game. So let's go ahead and... No, come on, not there. Minecraft be Minecraft. So do I have to shift? There we go. Alright. And it should stop. Okay, and it's turning into the next component that we need. And it's ready. Alright, so now we have a smeltery controller. Nice. Okay guys, so now that we have a smeltery controller, what we can do is go straight to the main smeltery rather than sit here and deal with the basic setup. Off camera, I went back to the cave and mined out those few pieces of gold that I found earlier in the series. So now we can make permanent casts, which we're going to need to make iron tools. But the first thing I want to do is make an ingot cast. So let's see here. I think I've got, yeah, here it is. Let's take a piece of that. Actually, let's go ahead and take all of it. Dump it all in here, and that'll melt down. I can take a brick that I have here, and I also made some seared bricks and some more seared glass, because these are going to be some of the main components needed for the main smeltery. Okay, now that the gold is melted, all I have to do is take the brick, put it there, and pour. And now we've got a permanent cast. So let's go ahead and cast out the rest of this. And I'm aware that there's a way to automate this, but we're not there yet. All right. Cool. And this actually doubles the ore to some extent. So now that we've got a permanent ingot cast, we've got 3 gold ingots. Let's put the ingots away because we're not going to need them just yet. Stick those there for the time being. Okay, I'm not going to make a huge smeltery, but I need to make something big enough to be able to make the alloys that we need. So it's definitely going to be bigger than this. We can put this, I guess, over here in this area is fine. Let me clear out a little bit of space. Where's my shovel? And again, what I'll do is make a small 9x9 area, which is going to be the traditional size. Now you can make smelteries as big as you want or as small as you want, but of course size is going to determine the amount of material that you can smelt at any one time. So I think a standard 9x9 for the time being should be big enough. So let's place the floor. Three outer walls. Okay. Now let's see. This, I need the tank. And when you break the tank, it retains its material. So that, I need the smeltery controller that I made earlier. This, okay, tank, controller. And we'll move everything else over here. Let's see. Glass. Come on. Minecraft be Minecraft. Okay. Now let's try it. Drain. Drain. Okay. Let's put some more glass here. And let's do some glass here. Okay. Okay, well, the smeltery is ready. And now we've got a 2-level smeltery. Nice. Alright. Sun's going down. Let's go ahead and put the other pieces out. Let's break this. I'm going to need that. Don't need the melter anymore. But it is a portable solution. That way, if I want to set up a quick melting unit at the mine area, I can do that. Okay, so here, let's see. Basin. Table. Basin. And we need 2 faucets. Okay, and it's essentially ready to go. So let's grab some shut-eye. I'll come back out. Sleep. Now, I have a bunch of copper that I need to go ahead and smelt up, but the first thing I need to do is make the Tinker's Bronze. So, what is that recipe? Let's see here. Tinker's Bronze. Casting. Molten. Okay. So I need 3 copper ingots and 1 block of glass. Alright, so 1 block of sand should give me that glass, and I've got the 3 ingots, I think. If not, let's go ahead and make those now. And I know that there's a way to automate this, so as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that now as well. Automate the draining. Not automate the actual smelting and everything else, although there's a way to do that as well. For right now, what I want to do is get the basic nonsense out of the way. So I should have enough iron to make 2 more hoppers. Here we go. Let's just start with a small chest for right now. And my hoppers. Good. Alright, so everything will collect there. Let's put the dirt blocks back, if I can find them. Alright. Okay, how many blocks of copper do we have here? Okay, 2 blocks, 3 ingots, and 3 nuggets. Nice. Alright, so I need, let's do the math on this. So for every block of glass, we get 3 ingots of bronze, and we need 27. So 7 more blocks of glass. And that should do it. And the rest will smelt out as ingots. Okay. Alright, so now we've got 4 blocks of Tinker's Bronze. As per the recipe, I only need to do this, and that, and bam. Advanced tool making. So I should be able to put this right here, next to it, and let's see. Yep, we've got a new tab. That's pretty awesome. So now we've got an entire new tier of weapons and tools that we can make. And I'm definitely going to be making a cleaver at some point. I'm going to be making the excavator and absolutely the hammer, but these require a lot of material. But I want to start by making stone versions of these. And that's because mining, just simply for mining the dirt and the cobble for the tunnel that we're going to need to get to the mine, we don't need to be taking care of or worried about mining any ores with these advanced tools. So what we need is this, which heavy plates and hammerhead, this heavy tool rod, this stuff requires a lot of material. That's why I'm using stone. So we'll begin with that. There we go. Because we're going to be blowing through patterns as well. So let's put those there. All right. Excuse me. So what we want to do now, we're using stone. So let's go ahead and add the material. We only need one. And let's see. Hammerhead. Tough tool handle. Okay, what about the excavator? So two of those, okay. And the hammerhead was 1, 1, and 2. Okay, so I think we have all the base material that we need. We only need to cast these, so let's see. Tough tool rod. I need the excavator head. See if I can find that. Oh, no I don't. Okay. They changed it. Okay. That works for me, so I should have everything that I need to do this now. And let's see. Nice creeper face pattern. Okay, and last but not least, hammerhead. Alright, we'll stick these here for the time being. That way they don't get lost. Okay, those I want stone. The handle I'll make wood. Let's see, tough handle. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Give me that back. Okay, and of course the advanced tools can only be made in the Tinker's Anvil. So let's do a stone hammer first. And again, I can upgrade these, but chances are I'm going to just make a new set. Alright, see, hammerhead. And tough tool rod. So smite 2, stonebound 3, cultivated 1. Alright, there's our hammer. Let's go ahead and make the next thing. Two large plates, and I've got 2 of those already. Okay. This is pretty nice about this new version of Tinker's. Everything's in tabs, so I don't have to keep jumping back and forth, even though I'm old school that way. And we'll probably continue to make that mistake regardless. Yeah, let's see, 2 of those. And bam, just like that, we have our tools. Okay, so. Alright, so we have all the requisite tools that we need. Okay, and because the axe is a two-handed weapon / tool, I can't hold that and the shield at the same time. Okay guys, so we've reached the wrapping up point for the video. So now we've got ourselves a full smeltery operational, we have ourselves a full tinker setup operational, and we have ourselves a set of working stone advanced tools, and I can't wait to use them. So for the next episode, we're going to be digging the tunnel from here to the crater, and we're also going to go ahead and build our log cabin at the top of the crater to have some place to stay, you know, just because. And yep, I hope to see you guys there. And with that being said, this video is a wrap. I've been OddMan105, aka The Odd One, bringing you one more episode of Minecraft Scrubcore Let's Play. Yes, sir. If you guys found this entertaining, then you know what to do. Smash that subscriber button, hit that bell icon, leave a like or two, and don't forget to check me out on Twitter at OddMan105. And I will see you guys when I see you guys in the next video. Please stay safe, keep bringing that smoke, and take care out there.